My skin look as soft on camera as it does in real life. Alright, now time to take selfies. You wanna do my intro with me?
What?
My intro to my video.
No.
Why not?
Hey guys!
Come back to my channel!
I know I haven't posted in a long time, but...
Me every video. Let me just highlight my shoulders.
Wow.
Quit shaking it. Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel! So today's video is going to be on this hot pink monochromatic look right here. I have been not having that much inspiration, but my girl Hannah came through on Instagram and told me to do some kind of monochromatic look with hot pinks or something bright. And when she said hot pink, I'm like, girl, I have the 35B palette, so why not? So that's what this is my take on a monochromatic hot pink look. If you don't know what monochromatic means, it is when your eyes, cheeks, and lips all match, so it's all matchy-matchy. If you guys didn't see my last video on my nighttime skincare routine, I will leave that link down in the bottom bar, and the video before that explaining where I have been and why I temporarily quit YouTube and what's been going on in my life lately. I hope to be coming up with some kind of filming and set uploading schedule sometime soon so that I can be consistent for you guys. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the video. Alrighty, so we're just gonna start off with this little pink shade. It's not as intense as the hot pink that I'm going to use in a second, but I'm just going to sweep it in my crease and kind of put a little bit on the inner and outer corners because I am going to do a hot pink halo eye, if that makes any sense. A hot pink halo eye with like a peachy shimmery shade in the middle. So yeah, we're going to sweep this shade all over as our transition shade just to set the concealer that I already put on my lid. And then we're going to take this hot pink ass color right below it. Was it right below it? I don't know. It's up. It's not right below it. And then we're just going to put that only in the inner and outer corners to start creating that halo effect, just to make my eye, a halo eye just makes your eye look more round basically. I don't know why it's flattering. Kevin is making noise in the background. Don't fucking mind him. He's very rude. So yeah, we're going to just sweep that on the outer and inner corner and keep blending. And then I'm just going to take this more magenta shade and just kind of sweep it very, very lightly into the crease just for more dimension because I feel like just the two pinks wasn't enough. And then I'm going to take my NARS matte concealer in this pot. It's the new concealer. And just put a little bit of that on the middle of the lid to kind of blank out the space where I want to do the shimmery shade, and just kind of blend it out and tap it with my finger until it is nice and soft and ombre into the eyeshadow. And then I'm going to take this shimmery shade. It's like a peachy, orangey, shimmery peachy shade, and I'm just going to use my finger to apply it because I feel like that's just the best way. There's really not a brush for it unless you have like a packing brush. So then I'm going to take this purple shade and kind of sweep that on the outer and inner corners as well to just give it a little bit more definition.
I can go to the baby pool.
Yeah, we'll go to the baby pool when it opens tomorrow, okay?
Why?
Because it's not open right now. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, love ya. Alright, and then we're going to go on and move to the face. I did put on some lashes and mascara and everything. So I'm just going to use the all-time best concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and use this to highlight my face. I'm just putting that in the areas that... It's so hard to explain because you don't want to just put it in a triangle under your eye. You want to do it whatever complements your face shape best. And this is just the way where it complements mine because I'm doing it against the natural contours of my face. And then I'm doing it all in the center of my chin, the center of my lip, my nose, my forehead, etc. And then I'm taking my Anastasia Cream Contour Kit and taking that middle shade on the bottom and using a Morphe stippling brush. I don't know the number to this brush, I'm so sorry. But I just feel like this is the best way to get that airbrushed contour look with the cream contour. I really enjoy this, but a really good dupe for this is the Wet n Wild Contour Stick. I use the shade Call Me Maple, and I really like that one. It works on my fair skin and my tan skin. And I just continue to buff that in like little circular motions and with a really light hand so I can get that airbrush effect on the edges. And then I'm going to set my whole face with a damp beauty blender that's really fucking dirty and my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, basically just like any beauty guru would. And yeah, so I'm just going to use that damp beauty blender to press that translucent powder into my skin. I just feel like this gives me a less powdery look when I use the damp beauty blender versus if I use a powder brush, so I really like it like that. And then I'm going to use one of my favorite drugstore bronzers. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And I'm just going to use that to kind of warm up my face and warm up the contour. Even though the contour shade that we used was pretty warm toned, I'm just going to put this over to set it, even though we just set it. You know, I don't like bronzer. I like to do a little bit extra. And I'm going to put it on the temples of my forehead and a little bit in the middle. And then I just kind of brushed it all over my face because I felt like I was a little washed out. So I just wanted to add a little bit of color all over, but I used a really light hand for that. And now I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in the shade Pool Party. And I'm taking that middle shade and I'm like really gonna blush up my cheeks. I love this blush. I just think it is so pretty. I've been using the trio a lot and mixing all the colors together and just using it to blush my whole entire contour area. And I've really been liking how this complements my face shape better than just putting it on the apples. I just think it looks so pretty and it matched my monochromatic theme that I was doing today, so I was pretty excited to use this blush trio. And then I'm going to just, keep blending. I thought that we were moving on to highlighting now, but I guess I'm putting on a fucking lot of blush. So I'm putting more blush on, and then now we're going to move on to highlighting. Yeah, I'll get you some orange juice in a second. And we're going to use the shade Kitty Cat, and we're just going to highlight the tops of our cheekbones. You know the drill with that. I do my cheekbones, my nose, the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, my chin, I put a little bit on my forehead because I'm not really oily, so I can get away with that. If you're oily, don't put highlight on your forehead, girl, because you're already oily. You don't want to make yourself look more oily. And then I'm going to put it in the inner corners of my eye just to add a little bit more dimension and just a little something extra, because you know your girl's extra. And I put a little bit more on the tip of my nose and on the bridge of my nose. And whenever I look in my viewfinder, it doesn't look like my nose is crooked, but then when I do the video and edit it, my nose is so fucking crooked. So I'm sorry about that. It's going to be like that for the rest of my life until I get famous and can afford plastic surgery, but I can't afford that right now. So on my lips, I'm going to use C207. Was it C207? I believe it was, by Makeup Forever, and it's the Artist Rouge lipstick. I think that this is the best lipstick formula out there. It is so moisturizing. It stays on really well. And when you first get the lipstick, it's in the shape of a lip brush, so they're really easy to apply at first, but after I've used it a few times, I do have to use a lip brush. But yeah. I just really like this lipstick formula. It's like a full coverage, super creamy, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm just going to set my face with some Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. And I'm sorry that this was the worst voiceover ever, but, you know, I got the job done. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this look. And if you didn't, then you can screw off. But I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!